You guys, I am a buffoon. When recording this video, I didn't realize that I actually wasn't recording. So for the first 40 minutes of this video, there's no image for my face cam, and also my audio is super scuffed because it's only coming from Brago's end. So while Brago is giving you pristine, crisp ASMR alongside a 4K camera, me on the other hand will have a still image, and I'll be talking to you through a tin can for the first 40 minutes. So apologies for that. I thought about scrapping the video, but I figured there will be some of you guys who actually still want to hear the conversation despite the audio issues. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy or don't enjoy. I promise come next week, I will double, triple check to make sure I'm recording. And, yeah, I'll see you guys then. Brago.
Sigh.
Who's who? Your favorite guy is in the cover page. How do you feel about him? You love him?
As far as favorite guy, he probably ranked, I don't know, 200 and something. No, probably 500 and something.
Damn
but I guess I'm happy for him. Like he's living the dream, right? He's supposed to be out of the story. You know, no one should be thinking about him. We should already have forgotten about who's who when he's here. Like more women, servants, followers. He's the Kaido of this era, man.
He really is. I mean, he's who's who, you know? Which, I gotta say, he's got Yasui's blade, and if I had to hold you at gunpoint and say, Brago, you gotta pick one, would you rather have Yasui's blade or Shamrock's blade?
Oh, definitely Shamrock's. Yasui is a bum. I mean, okay.
Whoa. we love Yasui here. We love that guy.
Okay, he's not a bum. He was a daimyo, right?
Yeah, he was a daimyo, and what?
Yeah, and all the daimyos in Wano are bums.
Has a smile pattern, come on.
All the daimyo Wano are bums.
Yeah, they really were. They really just like Kaido and Orochi take over. Like, how is that even possible? Like, not one guy saw Orochi in the castle and say, hey, this is a little bit weird, guys. Like, did Oden really like this kid?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I was surprised not one of them, like, assassinated Orochi, right?
You would think, but they all failed. They did try, but they failed. So, you know, this Yasui, we like Yasui. We love Yasui. We like Yasui. I don't love Yasui.
We just don't like his blade.
We like him. But his blade is whatever. You know, definitely give me, I'm calling his blade Cerberus for now.
Yeah. It doesn't have, like, an actual name, but Cerberus sounds about right.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, it also turns into a Cerberus, which is something we've seen already in One Piece with the Cerberus from Thriller Bark. Crazy, right? Like, it's a little bit of throwback in a way.
Yeah, we've seen that. And we've seen weapons being fed devil fruits before, like Funk Freed, but we don't know if this is a devil fruit, though, right?
No.
So that's the difference. And then it looks like it has a Hagoromo, so it could be awakened. That doesn't necessarily mean awakening, but it could be awakened. And so it feels next level almost, right? It doesn't feel like the prototypical devil fruit power that's fed to a blade or a weapon. So, yeah. I'm intrigued by Cerberus. I would like to see more from the blade, but I mean, I would like to see more from Shamrock regardless. Like,
It feels very much like a Gorosei transformation, right?
Yeah.
Like if one of the Gorosei members had this, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. It feels like that. I guess I'm starting to feel the difference now with Shamrock, the Gorosei, even Gunko, where Shamrock is not a saint.
He has the World Noble title, but they never put Saint in front of his name yet.
Could Shamrock and Shanks be mixed blood, not pure blood?
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, like maybe their mom isn't from the Holy Land,
where she's an honorary member like Gunko.
Which Gunko is even more weird.
I think Gunko is an honorary celestial. That's why she's so hung up on Loki being almost disrespectful for rejecting it, you know?
Yeah, because that's something that she would take in a heartbeat.
Probably did take in a heartbeat, probably saved her life, but then because of that, and she's an honorary celestial dragon or, you know, noble, she gets a devil fruit. Whereas you have Shamrock, who isn't a saint, but
he's a world noble.
But he's a world noble. He gets the option to feed that particular power to a blade, and probably has, I would presume this is a supreme grade as well.
It would be crazy if it wasn't, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense if it wasn't, considering Because I'm starting to think now as well that Shanks got his blade from Mary Joie.
I think so too. So Shanks visited Marie Joie once before. And we don't know how the interaction went. But imagine Shanks' sword is the Griffin, right? Like, because it's called Griffin. What if it actually is Griffin?
Saw it in the anime.
Yeah, we saw it in the anime. We saw it in Film Red even.
Right. He can turn it, like, basically create a Griffin.
Out of hockey. But now we just need a Griffin that is tangible.
People are starting to make up or create theories saying he went to Mary Joie after fighting Mihawk, and he didn't get Griffin until after the Mihawk fight.
That's very specific.
He didn't get Griffin until after the Mihawk fight. So Mihawk has never even fought Griffin. I thought it was interesting just because how much agenda is going into this whole thing. I don't know. I definitely think Shanks could have his blade could be from Mary Joie.
Yeah. And it would explain why his blade is the same as Shamrock and even Garland, right? Just the guarded blade is a Figarland thing.
Yeah.
Like we were wondering like why they all have the same thing. It's just a family thing. Like maybe they gave it to him like, hey, if you stayed here, if you were born here and raised here, this would have been your sword.
You just took it anyway, right? Like that's gonna be like, I'm a pirate. Of course I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
One thing I want to see really badly is that meeting when Shanks went for the first time, man. Because we know Celestial Dragons, they don't. It's no take back seats, man. You don't come back, right?
At least for Doflamingo. At least for Doflamingo.
Which was crazy because Dofi wanted to be a part of it, and they were like, no. But now they're trying to recruit people to be a part of the God Knights, which is like. But I wonder if they accepted Dofi back. They're like, yo, you can be a God Knight. Would they still treat him the same as like a regular Celestial?
I think they would.
Why would that's the crazy part. Why would you not accept? I mean, I guess because he was a kid, but like he proved his worth by killing his dad and saying, "Yo, this is not what I wanted." Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If I was Doflamingo, I'd be mad too.
Yeah, I mean, it explains why he hates Celestials now, right? He wants to bring them down from their perch.
Yeah.
But if I was Emu or the Gorse and I saw Dofi come back and he killed his dad, who did betray Marie Joie to an extent, I'd be like, "Yeah, dude, come back, man."
Yeah,
like they could have trained him to be a God Knight. Like he would have been perfect in like imagine the Akatsuki. Dofi would fit in, right? He would.
Yeah, Dofi would be great as a God Knight. It would make even more sense with him being able to change the newspaper if he was like a God Knight as well as a pirate. Because there's so many worlds he could live in. But you know, they screwed up. I'm sure they like, we probably screwed up, but it's probably too late to bring him in now. So no.
What if they offer it to him one more time?
To get out of jail? He'd do it.
But would he betray them, though? Because remember, he hates Celestial.
Absolutely, he would betray them. Yes, he would get out of jail and be like, yeah, sure, I'll accept the position. And him and S. Flamingo would betray them, 1,000%.
He would look at them and be like, well, it's too late, actually. Yeah, they take up the handcuffs, he starts fighting them. Yeah,
Dofi's not somebody I would trust at all because he would 1,000% betray them. I think so.
Especially now that he has, the Don Quixote family and his boys. Like, he doesn't need the Celestials anymore. Like, he's got his own gang.
He got his family. He got his people.
Yeah, he's got his family.
He chose his family. So, like, you just add S. Flamingo as a new right hand, where Virgo was. And let's go.
Ooh. You know what? Dofi kind of, he said this mockingly, but when he learned that the waters were rising, he looked at Magellan and he said, hey, we should go somewhere high up. Yeah. Imagine they take him to Marie Joie and they offer it to him there. Like, I could actually see this happening. I think, especially with Loki turning down the offer, they need that one position filled since Loki's not taking it. So maybe Dofi does get offered it.
I think I like the prospect of them offering that title just because it makes so much sense. Like, bro, you can become a Celestial Dragon just from working as a God Knight, right? Prestigious position. And again, at the end of the day, every faction in the world does the same thing. They recruit, right? They recruit to get strong people on their side. For a while, I had this conversation maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago where I was like, is Doflamingo the strongest Celestial Dragon? Because I was like, that's a very small pool to pull from. And like, if you're trying to keep everything royal or noble or pure, like it's a very small pool. And so now knowing that they recruit people into it, I'm like, okay, that makes much more sense. That they're like, all right, we're not just going to have God Knights be people that just were born in Mary Joie. Like that's That's crazy because you put yourself at a disadvantage if you're just doing that. So them going out and recruiting makes much more sense to me.
Unless they have like a strong, kindergarten schooling.
Well, the thing is, you got to think about celestial dragons and how they're brought up. They're spoiled, man. So it's like the ones that are exceptional that stand out, probably few and far between.
Oh yeah.
So you definitely need to recruit. So I think I like the prospect of that. I like the idea of that. That's why in Egghead when York wanted to be a celestial dragon. I think at that time we were thinking like that's not possible. They're never going to give you that position. They would never do that. Which is like, well, they make exceptions, right? Depending on how useful you are. So, maybe that could still happen.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We could see a Holy Knight Doflamingo any day now. He'd just be a sleeper agent like a Orochimaru, right? Just ready to betray them at a moment's notice.
Oh, he would betray them 1,000%. As soon as he gets his hand on the authority chip for S Flamingo, he's out of there, bro.
Yeah, or like he finds like the secret treasure of Marie Joie, which we still don't know about. He'll find that and he's dipping, dude.
It's the hat.
He's gonna cook them.
Can you imagine if the secret treasure is just a hat?
Oh my god, yeah, the hat in the freezer.
Just a hat. It's a cold hat.
Something's up with the hat, to be fair. Like, it could be like a fiery hat. It could be like a flame source, but...
I think the hat is just symbolic. I think it's just symbolic.
But why in a freezer, then?
I don't know.
Like, it could be symbolic, but it could also be powerful. I mean, we saw what Joy Boy do with rope, so maybe it's something like that.
It's a hockey hat?
Yeah, like a fire hockey fuel source hat. I don't know.
I remember for a while people were saying it's an ancient weapon.
Just the hat? Yeah. Imagine you throw the hat like Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Kung Lao.
Yeah, Kung Lao. Hate Kung Lao.
I used to hate Kung Lao as well.
Stupid attack set, bro.
I used to hate Kung Lao.
Yeah, I still hate Kung Lao.
My guy was obviously Raiden and Liu Kang, like Johnny Cage.
Yeah, Johnny Cage is good.
Yeah, Johnny Cage is cool.
Dude, it's still going on, man. I love the guest characters they brought in. I think in the last one they had Spawn.
Yeah.
And in this one they have Ghostface. I also was a big fan of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think they brought them in too.
The thing is, like,
just get wacky.
I think in Mortal Kombat in general, like, I still love it in my head, but I don't play the games just because I necessarily have the time to put in to be good at it. And so
because you're competitive, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to just play the game and be bad at it.
Like, yeah, you want to play online and feel good, right? Like have a good KD ratio, win-loss.
Well, I think it's like maybe not online, but like even against friends, it's like, I'm like,
you want to be that guy that people have to beat.
Yeah, I don't want to be bad. I don't want to be just bad at the game. Like that's why I still haven't finished Elden Ring. I haven't played Persona.
Like imagine hopping online on like Twitch or something, and then you're playing with the boys, and then you just get your ass kicked every round, and everybody just starts roasting you in the chat. That'd be so funny.
Bro, that has happened.
Funny.
That has happened. Where it's like
yeah.
The first time I played Fortnite, because I didn't play Fortnite, everybody's playing Fortnite, so I jumped in, and it's like I jumped out the freaking plane early. I didn't know how to build or craft rather, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the first time I played, well, not first time, I didn't play a lot of Call of Duty, so then we had played Warzone. Managed to get a W though in Warzone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it was a covert mission, but I got it. It came down to obviously with 3 people left and they were fighting each other, and then I cleaned up.
You just waited for them to kill each other and then you cleaned up.
I cleaned up, brother. So, what I'm saying, got a W in Warzone. But I hate playing games and not being good at them. I guess if anything I do, I want to put effort into it. Yeah, and be decent at least. And so
I know you watch RDC World too, but did you see them play Marvel Rivals? Because that was hilarious.
Nah, I haven't seen them play that.
Dude, they played it, and he had a whole squad, like a full team of people he knew. They had comms going, and they lost 10 games in a row. It was the most embarrassing thing ever. And in Marvel Rivals, they show you the highlight of the game and your best play. Yeah. So he clicked on it to see what his best minute was, and it was just him walking around. Because that's how bad he was. It was so sad, bro.
No, I mean, see, that's the thing when you stream as well. It's everybody's always watching. And you have people backseat gaming. Then you have people that are like, they've been playing the game every day since this came out. And so they're like, yo, why are you doing that? Why can't you do that? Are you aiming correctly? Maybe
are you cross-eyed?
Yeah. So it's just, dude, I just play Smash.
Brutal out there, man. It's brutal.
I'm like, let me just play the games that I like. Like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot. And people are getting better and better at video games. So it's just.
And you get worse and worse.
I get worse and worse. Like the older I get, the less games I play. Like I have my games that like no matter what I play them. Like any Last of Us game, I'm gonna play it. But even then, I didn't enjoy it when I was playing it on stream at all because it was like some people like, yo, you missed this. Why don't you get this gun? I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Last of Us games. I still like Resident Evil 4 is my favorite game. One of my favorite games of all time. I still haven't played the remake, even though I bought it.
Oh, you should, bro. It's good.
Bro, I know it's great. It's just like I still have not sat down and played Resident Evil. It's crazy, and I love Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil 4.
Man.
I don't know, man.
Going back to One Piece, matchups. Who do you think is going to fight Shamrock in this arc? People are saying Zoro because of the Cerberus. You know, guard dog of hell. We got the king of hell here. The dog technically has 3 sword style. Can you see it? Do you see the vision? Or do you think Shamrock is still going to be like a Luffy Loki opponent? Or do you think the Cerberus and Shamrock are 2 different fights because they could separate?
I can see Zoro gonna swing at it. I don't think he beats Shamrock. I can see all 3. I can see Luffy getting a swing at him, low key, getting some sort of revenge. The tough part is seeing him getting defeated in Elbaf right now. Because again, I can't see it, and it's not because I don't want it to happen or it's too early. It's just based off how Oda typically does things, and so even if he gets defeated, it's going to be some kind of caveat, right? Because that even with Kizaru getting defeated, there's a caveat. There's just like, oh well, this happens, and this is why, And then for the world government, I think Oda has realized, even with the introduction of the God Knights and even the faction with Black Horse and stuff like that, like, oh man, I got a lot of people on Luffy's side. Like the world government, they're running out of people. Because I think even we talked about it when in Egghead, when the Giants pulled up, we are like, yo, what's going on? Like
the Giants are doing really good against the Gorosei, man.
Like the Giants, like the Marines are outnumbered. And I don't care how many people, how many random fodder Marines they have no chance. Kizaru's on the ship crying. Like the Gorosei, they're just like NPCs, just getting beat around by anything. Like, what are we doing? We have all the Vice Admirals getting destroyed, right? Your boy Tosa did nothing.
I like how you single out Tosa every single time. But let me tell you, if Tosa landed that attack on Frankie, we would not be seeing the mural in this chapter.
Yeah.
All I gotta say. Tosa with a 10-finger Shigan that can rip apart steel almost ripped into Frankie's back, his weakest side.
Oh my god.
But thankfully,
Frankie was competent.
Nope. Thankfully, Brogy was there and saved the day.
Yeah, because Tosa would have
Brogy's the one who stopped him.
Because Tosa would have ripped through all of them.
Yeah, that would have been the last chapter of Frankie, man.
W Brogy, man. W Brogy.
W Brogy. Thank you for saving One Piece.
Yeah, you saved it. I mean, like, yeah, I think in general, the world government, it feels like they're overwhelmed. I mean, the story's telling us as such, right? That, man, there's a lot going on. They're spread thin.
They need to subjugate the Giants. They probably need their attack power.
I think they're starting to realize just, okay, with the Seraphim, we lost the Warlords voluntarily, which that's
for no reason. They could have kept them.
I think, were the Warlords a positive, right? Were they, like, in general, a plus for them in regards to, like, how much they provided? Think about, like, how many issues they ran into because of the Warlords. How much cleanup they had to run. Even when they used or needed them for war, they did nothing.
Bro, the only warlord, now that I think about it, that was ready to swing for the WG was Gecko Moria.
And they
first
tossed
one
him
in
packed
trash,
up.
Bro.
Yep. Like I said,
well, Gecko Moria was happy to be
there.
He
was ready, man. He's like, I'm a warlord.
Yeah.
But I think for him,
Hancock wouldn't show up, right?
Well, Hancock was fighting against them.
Yeah, Hancock was fighting against him. And then we had Doflamingo, who doesn't like celestial dragons. So eventually he would betray you.
He was strong.
Buggy's not strong, right? Buggy wasn't really doing too much.
Law just used them.
using the Warlord system too.
Yeah.
Mihawk
Blackbeard.
doesn't show up apparently in fight. Mihawk just shows up and hangs out.
A lot of people forget about Blackbeard's stint.
Yeah, Blackbeard, again, another person who kind of wanted to betray everything. There's Kuma, who was kind of forced to be a warlord already. Like, he's already on their side. Like, you don't have to create a system for him to join. Like, he's just there.
But he betrayed them.
Yeah. Even him, he betrayed him too.
He doesn't have a mind.
Maybe the warlords are bad, actually.
Like,
Wait a minute.
bro, Shanks pulls up Mihawk is like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Bro,
okay.
this is why we recruited you, bro. What do you mean? He's like,
Yeah.
No.
No, the warlords are kind of a bad system now that I think about it. Like, at first I was like, why'd they do this? But now that you say it like that, it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it was time, bro. It was time.
Yeah.
Jinbei betrayed. They all betrayed them eventually.
Yeah.
And some of them
I mean,
do it
except
in,
for
like-
Weevil, I guess.
But he was like on the spectrum.
Weevil didn't have enough time to even betray them too. We literally heard that they got a new warlord, and then maybe like 50 chapters later, they were like, "Hey, the warlords are gone."
By the way, can you come
You got
in?
hired, you got fired.
Like, do you mind coming in? We just want to talk to you. And then news spread like
Yeah.
warlords are abolished. Just like, hey, this talk doesn't have anything to do with
man.
this, right? Just like, no, just come in, leave your mom at home. Be all right. Yeah. So them getting the Seraphim is much. Well, again, the Seraphim, they could be the singular most destructive force in the series in a few years, months even. Where it's just like if you allow the Seraphim to grow, they could destroy the world. So.
Oh yeah, just nurture them, dude.
Yeah, and so at this point, I think the world government, they're in a good place with the Seraphim. And again, the potential of what the Seraphim that they could create, but it's just too much happening at once. Where do they have time to regroup? And I don't know if they do, considering like how much is happening in the world, and Blackbeard's making moves, Straw Hat's obviously making moves, like the embarrassment in Egghead. You know, it's too much. It's too much going on. So that's why I don't think Shamrock gets defeated. And like I could see the Zoro thing, but it somewhat feels out of place again, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, so Shamrock, he's the main antagonist, and Zoro's the one to fight him. I don't know. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right. I think Shamrock versus Luffy, based on the Shanks plot lines, that plot point would be interesting. Or even, and this is like, you know, maybe a 5% chance of it happening, Shanks comes back, and we get like an interaction between Shanks and Shamrock. And then
That'd be cool.
Then we get Shanks and Luffy, you know? I think even Dragon come in here would be great. But I don't think we can have all those moments at once, Luffy and Dragon, Luffy and Shanks. I think I want those to be somewhat isolated. But either or showing up, Shanks or Dragon, I think that would like elevate the arc. But I think for the most part in this arc, I don't necessarily care about the fights or even the matchups. I just want to know how does it land? Right? Like,
Yeah.
like Oda's about to he's doing his routine, man. And he's doing like a bunch of flips in the air, and it's like, man, this is unlike anything you've ever seen before, right? But does he stick the landing? You know, because I think Egghead had the same thing, right? A bunch of different twirls and flips in the air, but then it was a little shaky on the landing. You know, like a couple.
It was
couple
shaky
stumbles.
when the giant showed up and started holding down Venus.
It was a couple
so
stumbles,
funny.
and then it was just like, all
It's a
right.
good laugh. It's a good
I
laugh.
got it. I think that's been the thing for One Piece lately, at least, the landing. How is it going to land? I don't think Wano was great for me. I think Egghead was fine. And, Elbaf, what do we do? How do we stick the landing to make it mean something? So,
I
the
really
matchups
like the
matter.
idea
Which one?
that you proposed where you said Shanks shows back up.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, like imagine, Luffy's fighting Shamrock, maybe Loki's there, Zoro's there fighting the Cerberus, and then Gunko's fighting, I don't know who. And then Shanks shows up, and then that's when Shamrock is like, okay, let's head out. My brother's here. Let's go. And not
Yeah.
because like Shamrock is necessarily afraid,
It's just
but
not,
maybe
this is
because
not
he
what they
just doesn't
signed up
want to
for.
fight him.
That's not what they signed
Yeah.
up for. Yeah. And Shamrock seems like the type to tactical retreat.
Yeah, like, hey, I don't want to fight Shanks. We don't have all the God Knights. Because Shanks has a whole crew, right? Like, right now, Shamrock only has him, Gunko, and one extra person. And that's another reason why I don't think Shamrock is going to lose. Like, we have not met all the God Knights yet. Right? Like, it
Yeah.
would be weird to beat the
The
leader
leader
of the
and he
God Knights.
loses in Elbaf.
Yeah, it's like somebody beating Luffy without seeing the rest of his crew. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
No,
What do you mean?
it's weird. It's weird. And I think, again, initially when they made the call or the inference that they were going to summon more people, I was like, oh, war in Elbaf.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, we're just going to bring one more person. That's not war. That's just like, just running interference. So does it escalate to that? Maybe. The person that they bring could be diabolical and could cause a lot of trouble if they bring the Green Bull. But, you know, it feels like they're calling another God Knight because Gunko's like, oh, who should I call? Like,
Yeah.
if it would feel weird if Gunko can summon an admiral like that. But to be fair, the admiral that a Celestial could summon like that would be Green Bull.
Yeah, Green Bull here in Elbaf would be nuts, bro.
And it would be, here's the thing, here's why Green Bull fits as well. Green Bull talked about citizens not being allied with the world government, not having any rights. And so he's like, I can do whatever I want here because it's not allied. Now, if Green Bull gets another shot at doing whatever he wants in Elbaf to subjugate, man, that's his wheelhouse. He's like, oh,
Bro,
yeah.
the tree?
The tree, and then also even if he sees Luffy and them again, he's like, I have my own Shanks now, right? I have my own red hair, so
Yeah.
he can troll them with that. So,
and then not to mention the sword, right? Like, if Green Bull merges with the Atom Tree, he could pick up that giant sword. Like, he would be that size technically, bro.
Yeah,
nuts.
And then not to mention his black blade, bro. It's just so much.
His black blade. Oh man, hey. When we first saw Green Bull, I thought it was a black blade. You got to look at it. If you look at the panel, it was shaded in black. We got to the anime, it's a white sword. All right. Like they hit you with a switcheroo. Black and white manga, sometimes the colors kind of get distorted. But yeah, Green Bull coming here, I think would be awesome. Even another God Knight would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I just think it speaks volumes that Shamrock knows who's on the island, right? He knows that the Giants are here. I bet he also knows the Straw Hats are here. And he just said, bring one guy. Like, he didn't say summon the squad. He didn't say bring the admirals. No, he said one guy. It's insane that he thinks so highly of himself, which I think, I think he's justified in that too.
I think people don't really understand how important it is for Oda to establish the God Knight strength right now, considering the end game.
Yeah.
So he has to play it very carefully with the God Knights, where it's like, you want to show that they're formidable, but you don't necessarily want them to get beaten to take away the air of tension when you eventually fight them. So, like, if the leader loses here in Elbaf, it's like, okay, the leader already lost. So, like, what is
Gunko now, right?
So that's the thing where, like, he feels protected. And I don't like when characters feel protected, because then the outcomes feel telegraphed,
predictable.
Yeah. So, I guess crazy things could happen. Like, maybe he loses, and like, because something that came out was that he doesn't have the same title as Garling used to have. Like, he has a different title. He didn't even inherit Garling's title. So it's like, what if there's somebody else that's the actual leader above him?
Like the Supreme Commander, because he just has leader, right?
Right. Who's the new Supreme Commander. So that gives some more wiggle room there. But, I'm just like, you give this guy as the leader, then he loses. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Yeah. No, same. It's like beating Kaido before beating Black Maria. It's like, wait, what? Like, it would be odd to see other God Knights if Shamrock is defeated here. Which I wonder, like, do you think there's a reality where Shamrock actually gets what he wants? Like, he kidnaps the kid successfully. They subjugate Elbaf. Like, do you think it's possible that the God Knights actually win? Or no? Because we're hopping into this with the assumption that, Luffy's going to win, or maybe Shanks comes in and he, stalls this out, sends him off, or maybe even Dragon comes in. But is there a scenario in your mind where Shamrock actually takes the W?
I think the thing to establish is, what are the win conditions?
Subjugating Elbaf, getting the Giants on your side, the side of the world government. Because that's what they want to do.
Win conditions include subjugating Elbaf, getting all the Giants on your side, so that
or at least most of them.
So they can, at least the majority, so that they can work for the world government.
Yeah.
That is literally an impossible task, considering you have 3 people and you're just trying to kidnap kids in Elbaf. Now, initially, I think it's going to seem like it's working because some people are going to switch sides and be like, all right, I care for my kids. But you have a bunch of variables here that you can't account for. One being who we presume to be Scopper, right?
Yeah.
The other being the Straw Hat crew in its entirety. If those weren't there, then yeah, I think it's a pretty easy task. But when you have like a Yonko's crew and then a former Yonko crew member, it's just, yeah, things become exponentially more difficult. So you can't just summon one more god knight and be like, yeah, we're good. That's all we need. Like,
but he said it with confidence, bro. He said it with confidence. Jay, just we need one more guy. Like they could summon anybody, everybody. They just said bring one.
You know what? The last time I heard somebody say something with confidence and it didn't pan out was The Rock talking about the balance of the DC universe is about to change.
Why'd you have to bring up The Rock, man? You know, people are getting sick of Dwayne The Rock Johnson conversations, man. People are like, there they go again. Does Dwayne have to be brought up every single time? It's like, guys. Brago's setting me up. He's setting me up.
Listen, if you sit in that seat, right, and you watch Oppenheimer and then you watch Red One, basically the same thing, right?
I'm gonna admit, I wasn't the biggest fan of Oppenheimer. I kind of like Red One a little bit more. I kind of like Red One a little bit more.
Here's the thing: I still haven't finished it. I watched parts of it on a plane, and I still haven't finished Oppenheimer.
Oh, Oppenheimer. Okay, I was about to say like Red One. That's a single sitting viewing.
Oppenheimer. No, I was watching it, and it was like, I was like, I don't want to. I don't think it's a plane movie, bro. I don't want to watch things blowing up while I'm on a plane. So.
Like, very fair.
Yeah, so I was like, I want something easier. So then I put on Mission Impossible. And I was like, okay, this isn't gonna work either. It's too much plane stuff. People jumping out of planes. I'm like, all right.
And this was before like this week too. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So then I put on Inside Out. Yeah.
Inside Out's a really good movie for the plane. I watched Inside Out too on a plane.
Good movie, really good movie for a plane. So like. I think I have the genre of movies that I want to watch on a plane. I'm not watching Taken and no Mission Impossibles or like any of those Liam Neeson stuff. Like I need like a kid movie, something simple.
Yeah, something comedic.
Yeah, like Madagascar, or a Shrek or something. Puss in Boots, like
Shrek 5, 2026
coming out.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
Can you imagine 20 years from now, Shrek 12?
I hope it keeps on going. Shrek is an actual good series. I think the story's fun. I think it has a lot of possibilities too, because it's just what
it's fairy tales. So it's just like they got a lot that they can pull from, so it can keep going. So no, I think Shrek is amazing. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I love Shrek, dude. Gotta love Shrek. Do you think there's gonna be an ogre transformation in One Piece? Like we got Cerberus, we got a bunch of other monsters.
What would ogre be? Mythical, Zoan?
I think ogre would be mythical, right? Or do you think it would just be like a offspring of the giants and ancient giants?
I think it'd be mythical. The only thing is just like I think mythical zones are starting to get more love. But I think zones in general don't get the love that they probably deserve. And an ogre fruit feels like a mammoth fruit, where it's just like somebody's gonna have it and it's never gonna really show any potential. Not gonna matter.
Ooh, okay. How about this? What about Cyclops?
Cyclops would be great.
Yeah, because that would definitely be mythical.
One that I've always wanted, because I wouldn't say I'm a Harry Potter stan, but I really like Harry Potter. The Basilisk. I
like the Basilisk a lot, and I think that could come back because that is something we've seen in One Piece before. We saw it at Impel Down.
Yeah.
And we saw the Cerberus before, and it came back. Dude, give us a Basilisk. Maybe that's Garling's sword, right? Shamrock has a monster sword. Surely the dad has one too, right?
Where the dad is a monster with a monster sword. Like he's a monster, and his sword is something different.
I think that's gonna be the case for Shamrock too. I feel like Shamrock will also have.
He has a power.
Yeah, I think Shamrock also has a power.
That'd be insane.
Like, imagine like Shamrock as a monster holding the chains to a Cerberus. Like, it was just monster on monster. That'd be cool.
I wonder. Here's the thing, though, because all twins aren't made equal. One is more talented. Like, I don't know. I can't. Like, what are some twins that you know of that like they're both equally as talented? Like,
I don't really know any twins, to be honest. I knew like one twin back in like, I don't know, college. But
oh man, you never seen a Parent Trap?
I've seen the Parent Trap when I was a kid. Let me see. Yeah, Lindsay Lohan.
It's
yeah,
just
she
Lindsay
played both
Lohan.
of the kids.
Yeah. Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Oh yeah, Mary-Kate and Ashley.
You have Tia and Tamara.
Let me look up popular twins.
Mary-Kate and Ashley, Tia and Tamara.
Oh yeah, Zach and Cody, Dylan
Zach
and Cole
and-
Sprouse.
Yeah, Dylan and Cole. I mean, I don't know who's the more talented up between all these twins.
They're like the same person.
Well, Dylan was funnier in Zach and Cody.
Which one is into anime? Because I know one of them is really into anime.
Cole
Sprouse. Because I think
Yeah.
he was out. He goes to like all the anime conventions, doesn't he?
because he posted like a Sanji cosplay before or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I think that's
big,
Cole
big,
Sprouse.
big One Piece fan.
Yeah, so I think Dylan is the one that was probably funnier in Sweet Life. I think Cole was the
Yeah.
more like stuck up one, the smart one, like the nerd. Which he was funny too, but I think Zach was that one.
Zach was
Mary-Kate- But Mary-Kate and Ashley, I don't know. I think at this point, like the other sister is better than both of them.
So what you're trying to say is that either Shamrock or Shanks is better in terms of talent.
Which more than likely is going to be Shanks.
Yeah, it's got to be Shanks.
It got to be Shanks. Like
As much as I love Shamrocks, I think Shanks is going to take the cake.
it's hard to even like think about two twins like just being equally as talented. Like even when in the NBA, you got Asar and Amen Thompson. Like Amen is better than Asar, you know. So if people watch it, they probably understand what I'm talking about. But even so, it's just a thing, you know. Like it's cool for a while, but eventually, like one of them separates themselves. Like that's not Asar is bad, but you know, not saying Shamrock is bad, but like
yeah,
not Shanks.
no, I see what you mean. Like when I think about Shamrock and how strong he is, I think he is going to be like right there next to the Shanks, but I think Shanks just edges out, right?
Yeah,
just kinda like
when you say
booms over
next
him.
to Shanks is like, is he beyond? I guess. Admirals, Shamrock.
Shamrock. I mean, if Shanks is, I would say Shamrock should be. But I mean, we haven't seen anything yet. I mean, but I guess we could say the same with Shanks, right? We saw like a couple of small things with Kid, and then he blocked Akaino's attack. But I mean, that was the basic stuff. So that ceiling for Shanks is still really high. And then same with Shamrock. Like we've seen his sword fight, but we haven't seen him fight.
Well, I think Shanks is like, based on the things he's shown, it feels like he's beyond even the other Yonko, right?
Yeah.
Based on how he handled Kid, which I feel like is just the scenario was so unique that Shanks couldn't, like he had to like go beyond
He had to
typical
put him down in
anime
one hit.
plot. Yeah, like he couldn't be like Big Mom where she's just BSing, not using advanced he had to just put him down. So it gives him like a bump over the others, but like you said, the ceiling is really high when it comes to Shanks. So I expect a lot from Shamrock.
I do too. And I hope he doesn't lose. We can have him retreat, but I just hope he doesn't lose I also hope he doesn't look bad here. I'm going to be honest. I hope he comes out with the W, because it goes back to what we said earlier. Like the world government, they're lacking in troops. Like there have been many theories, and I think we're kind of on the same boat, that one day the Marines might change sides, right? If Emu's going to destroy the world, maybe the Marines join the pirates or, turn against the WG. And if that happens, they lose even more people. So I do think the God Knights, the Gorsei, and Celestials, I think they do need a strong fighting force. And if Shamrock and Gunko fall here and their third man falls here, that'll just look really bad. Like the PR team for the WG, they're going to have a rough day. Like I'm going to have a rough day.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen. I would like for the world government to at least seem formidable going into the final war. And it seems like Shamrock, and the other God Knights, they're at the forefront of that. Currently, even the Admirals seem compromised at this point. Somewhat. I mean, yeah, because Fujitora is fighting against Green Bull. Kizaru's like saving. It's just, who can they depend on, bro? Like literally who?
Yeah.
Like just bring the S Dragon out, bro.
And then Kuzan left. Yeah, forget the pirates, man. They gotta deal with Dragon too. Like, oh, the world government, like they are so outnumbered. I'm starting to feel bad for him, man.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot going on. I think in general, they're in over their head. Pirates are mounting, getting more resources, getting stronger, acquiring more allies. They're losing them, and they're trying to train kids to fight against these grizzled vets. And again, the thing that for me brought the Seraphim down a bit as far as like them being super overpowered is the fact that you say they have to be charged, right? Like,
yeah.
How long does a charge last? You know, like, is it?
I hope it's a day at least.
Like, you better hope the war is done in a day. So, you know, it's tough right now for the world government, but I think what I want to see though, I want to see more God Knights. Like, I want to see like, okay, do we have another one that's really strong? Like because do you think Gunko is like his right hand?
I don't think she is.
I don't think she is either, right? So I think there's stronger God Knights than Gunko. So, you know, and then could it be somebody we've seen before? Could it be like a clone? Like the possibilities are endless with the God Knights. So I'm
also, we have to take into consideration that there might even be retired God Knights too. Like imagine the God Knights from God Valley.
Ooh.
Like, are they still within those ranks, or do they eventually have their kids or other people take over? Like imagine we get to the Holy Land and we're like, oh, we met all the God Knights, and then we have like, you know, the retirement home, the doors open, and then you got like the God Valley God Knights coming out. Like that would be pretty cool.
That'd be cool. Like Kong and those guys.
Yeah, like the old generation of knights.
What is Kong doing?
Bro, Kong's not even a God Knight. He just lives up at the Holy Land or something. Like, what is going on with Kong? The Supreme Commander of the Navy, right? That's his title?
Yeah, he's just at the Celestial Brothel.
He's just chilling, bro.
Just doing nothing.
We've seen him, what, once or twice?
Right, twice.
We saw him once after Marineford, and then we saw him during the God Valley flashback, and that's it. That's it. That's Kong, guys.
I think the tough part about Kong, the tough part about him is that there's nothing out there outside of us seeing him on panel that says Kong was doing stuff. Like there's nothing. Nobody talks about Kong. Nobody says Kong did. Bro, what was Kong doing?
Yeah. And then I mean, he has the title of Supreme Commander, but like maybe that's just a strategic thing, right? Like I'm thinking back to like One Piece G8 filler. We had Vice Admiral Jonathan, and he's over here just moving chess pieces and he never fights. It's like, okay, like what if Kong is just that guy? Like he's a strategist. Like he doesn't even fight or something, which I don't think is the case because like he has the muscle. So I feel like he should be strong, but we haven't heard of any battles he's been in. Like for Mihawk, like we knew he fought Shanks. I mean, that's something, right?
I think Kong is strong. I think the issue is there's nothing to substantiate that. So it makes everything feel like, bro, are you even a character at this point? Just feels
it's like Bogard, right? Like he's there, he's Garp's right hand, but I mean,
Bogard is like the Bogard stock got so much push, man, so inflated, and then it all just bottomed out in Hachinosu. It's like, man, just wait till
fizzled out when Bogard didn't even show up with Garp, bro. He wasn't on the island,
bro. Somebody found him on the ship.
Yeah, he's on the ship. He's on the island, bro. Like, what
don't go to the island.
He didn't even try to save Garp. He didn't do anything. He didn't even try to cut the Avala Pizarro hand. They let Kobe do that. Yeah,
that was the last straw. That was the last straw for Bogard, unfortunately. So no.
Not even any words about Garp being captured. Either not even a damn, let's save him, or damn, I'm coming for you.
No ellipses, you know.
no ellipses. Oh, that's the nail in the coffin. You know it's bad when he doesn't even get the dragon dot.
No dot. Nothing. Just like, all right,
bro, Bogard.
Fraud. That was Par's boy too, right?
Yeah.
So, man, oh man.
Man, oh man.
Well,
Brago,
see.
I got some bad news.
What's that?
I've not been recording this entire time.
Really?
Yeah.
I should have your audio too, right?
You have my audio, so I'm probably just gonna post it without my face. Okay, thank God you have my audio. Okay, that works.
You just gotta put like like an Avi or like a little chibi version of yourself.
Yeah. I'll find like a picture of like the Goon. Oh, the Goon King.
The Goon King.
Yeah, I'll put the Goon King in there or something.
That's the legacy you want to leave behind.
Yeah, dude, what a legacy that is too.
Shout out to the Goon King.
Apparently the family's trying to sue the place now, but I don't think it's gonna stick.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not gonna stick. And people are saying it's because the lady recorded him and she posted it online. But we got new information, and apparently he died right after that event, before it was even posted.
Goonicide, right?
Yeah, the Goonicide guy. Yeah. Like before she even posted the video, he went ahead and Goonicided.
Yeah.
So it has almost nothing to do with the video going viral.
That's
That's crazy. Dude, no hesitation in his body, man.
Bro, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to laugh, bro, but it's just like, dog.
You're laughing. I don't want to laugh, but I'm laughing.
Dog, he got caught gooning, and he was like, the only way to get out of this is to get out of this world. Like, bro.
Yeah, apparently 5 to 10 minutes later, he was gone.
That's crazy. He did it right away. Like,
yeah, that's what I heard. No hesitation in his body. He was, what do they say? Like, he was flicker gooning.
Do you think
that's the term.
He pulled up to wherever he was? He looked at his gooning chair and it was like,
that's it.
This is where it ends for us, boys.
Oh, man.
He pulls up to McDonald's one more time. Last ride. Last ride. Last goon. Watch, the story's gonna come out and say he stopped at one more drive-thru before it was all said and done.
Yeah.
Watch.
God, what a
so
legacy.
Sad. What a legacy, man. I don't even
now
know his real name.
People are just going back and, pulling up all of his videos and just making edits of them, compilations. It's crazy. Crazy times you live in. His name is Nautica. Nautica Mahone. Or Malone.
I don't want to know his real name, bro. I think the Gooner is fine. The greatest Gooner to ever live.
The world's strongest Gooner. Bring him into One Piece.
The world's strongest Gooner. Like, like where Harold passed away as like the strongest, biggest pirate King Elbaf has ever known. He's the same way. Like bro, there's no other way or better way to go out as a Gooner. You create a legacy. You changed gooning for a lot of people in the world where like nobody can ever hope to reach those levels where you goon, you go viral, and then you're gone. Like, bro.
He's like the Pirate King.
I'm saying.
He's like Roger, dude.
If you want a goon, I left it at one place. You got to go find it.
Yeah, it's the Bikini Bean. The coffee shop I was last seen at. You know what's crazy too? Like I thought the meme would fizzle out after a while, but it's still going on. I've seen people use it for this chapter where they're like, it's a gif of him in reverse, like the car pulls back up and he's just like with the chin.
Right, exactly.
I've seen that, dude. I've seen more of it.
I love that. I love that so much.
Oh god.
And they add music to it too.
Yeah, but it's sad because the guy's gone.
Bro, the crazy part about it is like, it felt like he was genuinely shocked.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Why you? I'm out of here, man. What are you doing? It's like
he's acting like he wasn't like half naked jacking it.
It's like he was offended, like, because he pulled up like.
Pulled up, hand on the chin, one on the stick shift, and oh man.
Camera? What are you doing? That's not how we do things around here.
I've seen people like recreating that scene in like GTA, in Roblox, and everything, man. It's crazy. Like I said, it's generational. He really set a new bar for gooners.
Set the bar
as a whole. Yeah.
He set the bar. It's the perfect meme, bro. Like I said, Roger's getting slandered with it. Some people use the reverse one saying when Oda drops a fire chapter.
Yeah, no. I saw the one with Roger. Like it's him going forward. Like, minute Roger finds out that Emu has a whole gang of gods, and it's like Roger's like, and he drives off.
Yeah, they zoomed in too. Nah, bro. It's just
it's so foul. It's so
just
good.
the perfect meme. Like I said, the unfortunate thing is that like as popular as he has become, his family and his kid.
Oh,
I think he
they're
has one
feeling
kid.
the effects of it, bro.
They're
I feel
feeling
bad
the
for
effects,
them.
and they can't make any money necessarily off of it. You know, like
Yeah.
you can't like copyright the goon. You know, you
Yeah.
can't patent the goon. Like you just
And
gotta.
then it's hard to argue against the worker as well because he was the one committing the crime first, right? Like, I mean, what are we saying?
Right, and you see all the goonage happening. They're seen all this goonage happening on the internet, and they can't stop it. You know,
Yeah, it's in the One Piece community, man. Like it's gone. Like
it's everywhere.
It's
bro.
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Like imagine this meme with JJK spoilers still coming out. Like, oh man, you
somebody
damn near
drop
see his
like
face everywhere.
Drop like a movie goon in 60 seconds, bro. Like it's it's just so much. It's so much, man.
Yeah, people are making like movie posters out of him and everything.
Hopefully his family, his kids are doing okay. Or kid is doing okay. I think he has one kid.
I don't think they're doing okay.
Because it's just
No way.
You know, yes, you have to stay off the internet, and then people pulling up pictures and stuff like that. It's just
Like imagine going to school and everybody knows your dad's the Goon King.
just a
Like
gooner.
you gotta move, bro. Like I think he has to change schools. I'm gonna be honest.
You got to change planets at this point. The gooner is everywhere.
Yeah, it's a worldwide meme. It's like Pitbull,
Yeah, like
Mr. Worldwide over here.
yeah, like come on, bro. Like the gooner is everywhere. So it's just, you know, all you can do is go change your name, move to Wyoming or something, and then just
Yeah,
hope nobody
Idaho.
knows about the Idaho, Alaska.
Like
know.
a small, quiet state.
Yeah, Colombia.
Yeah,
Bro,
you
I
could
just
go
realized
to
it's like-
Colombia. Yeah,
Cheaper to go to Colombia than go to Texas.
is it really?
For
Like
me.
in terms of flight or like hotels or just like everything?
Everything.
Yeah, I could see that.
I thought that was insane.
Living in Oklahoma, like I go to Texas pretty often. Like I feel like when an Oklahoman says they want to go on vacation, it's like 80% of the time it's just Texas.
Go to Texas.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's just because it's like in driving distance, you know?
Well, I like Dallas. I like Dallas a
Yeah,
lot.
Dallas, Houston.
Dallas is great. A lot of good food.
Yeah.
A lot of really, really good food. Can't lie, Dallas had good food. I went for like breakfast at this random spot. They had like, it was strawberry French toast.
Ooh.
Or it was like the strawberry was inside
Yeah.
of it. It was like fantastic. And then I went to this place that had like ribs and mac and cheese and green beans and yeah, I know you don't like mac and cheese and stuff.
Yeah, I
but
don't like mac and cheese, but I was nodding because like I know a lot of people that like mac and cheese. So I'm like, yeah, that could be good. Not bad, not bad.
That's so crazy. Yo, Masai, one day I'm gonna come to Oklahoma and we're gonna vlog you trying mac and cheese for the first time, bro.
Dude, after
and
One Piece is
cheese.
over, I'm telling you, we need to start like a travel channel where we just go around to like food shops and just try food.
Okay, all right, you scared me a little bit. I just thought you said going around gooning at food shops. It's like,
We
hold
take
on,
turns
man.
going to drive-throughs gooning. Yeah, we're gonna be like like the Shanks and Buggy, just going around trying to be the next Pirate King. We gotta follow in Roger's footsteps.
Just gooning and get away with it. No,
Oh,
no,
man.
for sure though. Definitely.
Yeah, that'd be
definitely
good.
is. Not the
Oh.
gooning, the traveling.
Yeah, the traveling, not the gooning,
Yeah,
not the
no,
gooning.
Not the gooning. Not the
Yeah,
gooning.
save that for like Gunko, Uta, Perona, Ripley, all them.
Do you think at some point,
What's up?
or what if, right?
Yeah,
We created a convention.
I'd be down for it. I mean, what? Another
GoonCon.
content creator's done that before, right?
I was talking about GoonCon.
You said GoonCon? What would that even entail? Do you think? Do you
It'd be
think
like
female cosplayers would want to come though?
oh my gosh, they would make a killing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a way to
'Cause-
like promote OnlyFans, I guess.
Oh my gosh, it's kind of like don't they have like a convention for like porn stars?
Yeah, I was gonna say it would just be that convention, right? But for
But for true
anime people?
gooners, yeah, like you gotta.
how get
you
out of
gotta-
hand?
Yeah, it would get out of hand.
You
But-
need like high, like top tier security, man.
But the thing is, you gotta like let the women know, like, gotta prepare for gooners.
These are next level gooners you're dealing
these
with.
These are next level gooners, but they pay. They pay. You know, like they got to pay like a deposit to be there. So like all the like women that are there, they like get paid regardless of if they buy merch or not. You know, because I've seen like some clips of like some of the, I forgot the name of the adult convention, but I've seen people like pay to like get stepped on or like smack a porn star's ass or something.
Money well spent.
Or like get motorboat. What was it? Was it motorboated?
Yeah.
Pay for that. So, you know, at GoonCon, that would be like expected. And then here's the thing though, like I know a lot of people wouldn't want to get caught at GoonCon, but one thing we will guarantee is that gooning will be allowed and there'll be reasons to goon, you know?
Yeah. And then maybe like have like a constant like black box EMP wave going off so that phones can't work. No pictures allowed.
No phones. Yeah. No phones. No phones at all. Like I remember I went to Bruno Mars concert and like they didn't say this beforehand, but like we got to the door, they was like, "Hey, we gotta take your phone." I'm like, "What?"
Really?
And it was, yeah.
Oh, it's because Bruno Mars doesn't want you to find out how tall he is.
That got to be it. But they took our phones for a Bruno Mars concert, and then it was a week where it was like a fantasy football championship. I didn't get to set my lineup, so I lost because of that. Because I didn't expect them to take
because you didn't have your phone.
Yeah, because I didn't set my lineup. Like typically I don't set my lineup until right before the game.
Yeah.
And so like right in the middle of the concert, I was like, "Oh,
I lost."
It's like, shh. But, you know, it was a great show though. It was a great show. He's a good entertainer.
Man, I never knew Bruno Mars was so short before.
Wait, how tall is he? Like 5'4", 5'3"?
Yeah, I think he's like 5'2".
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like, because, you know, I've only seen him like through music videos, and it's like, oh, like they make him seem like he's a pretty tall guy.
He's by himself, so.
Yeah. Or like whenever they shoot him with other people, he's always like in the foreground, and they like shoot upwards or.
Yeah, so you can't really tell.
Yeah, it's an illusion. And then I saw Bruno Mars, and I was like, oh wow, like it's not bad that he's short. It's, you know, it's surprising.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because sometimes the world treats like being short like a curse, you know?
Yeah, can't really change it.
Can't help it. It's just it is what it is.
Do you think more people would goon out if it like increased your height?
For sure.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think people always want to change what they can't, you know?
Yeah. What would you change about yourself?
What would I change about myself? That's a difficult question.
Yeah, because I don't even know. Cosmetic or like physical, anything. Or like dietary, like maybe you're like allergic to something.
I think if anything, probably be taller.
Yeah, I feel like that's what most guys would say, right?
Yeah, that's like the layup one. And then you have like way more vulnerable ones that I don't want to talk about right now.
Yeah, I thought about that too, and I was like, yeah. Yeah, I'd probably just get taller.
Like,
yeah,
just get
taller. What Frieza? Wasn't that Frieza's wish in Dragon Ball Super? Just like, I want to be 3 inches taller.
Get taller. Yeah.
Or 30 centimeters or something.
You're vulnerable with YouTube. We're like, yeah, I just wish I had bigger hands. And then they were like, look here, small hand Sai.
Yeah, I just wish I had big hands, man. Like, you know, now that I think about it, there's not like a good answer to that question. Like, what would you change?
There's not a good answer that you'd want to reveal to the public.
I guess I'm like flat-footed. I mean, maybe I give myself like an arch. No, dude, I'm like super flat-footed, man. Like, dude, my feet, it always has like 100% contact with the ground.
I mean, then you just walk on your toes. Do you try to do that?
Sometimes when I try to like sneak around, I'll walk on my toes, but.
So do you just, because you're flat-footed, do you just waddle around?
Kind of, yeah. I guess that's a good way to put it. Like, there's no other way to describe it. Like, man, I just like walk like normal, but yeah, it's just like it's full contact with the ground at all times.
But that means it's good posture, though, right? So you have like a I don't know, because you're full contact, isn't it like perfect form?
I think there's a lot of downsides to being flat-footed.
Right, yeah, because you could, it puts more, pressure on like your other joints? in your legs.
Let me see.
It's like your ankle and like your Achilles.
It can raise your risk for joint problems caused by poor
Yeah.
posture and unnatural gait.
Okay. So you walk like you have a BBL or something.
I guess so. I guess I never noticed. I don't like watch myself walk.
You never watch yourself. You ever looking in the mirror and like watch yourself walk? Like,
Nah, I just kind of go with it, you know.
you never seen yourself in a recording walking and been like, You never like rated your gait?
No. I don't think I have. I mean, and then when I record myself walking, like I feel like I always kind of just, you know, I'm in acting mode in a way. Like, it's like more robotic, you know what I mean?
So it's like unnatural.
Yeah, it's like unnatural movement.
Yeah.
That's how it
know.
is sometimes, man.
I feel like, again, for people in general, because you've been with yourself, it sounds crazy, but you've been with yourself for so long, you found all the issues with yourself, which sometimes aren't even really issues. You just...
Yeah, it's just things that, you know, small things that bother you, but nobody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Life.
It'd be like that, man. So with that being said, you know, we're ending on like this existential crisis. Any last comments about Shamrocks and Shanks? About the God Knights? Or even who's who?
I think it could be a situation where, like, you know, Shamrock, you know, something he could change about himself could be, you know, maybe he wanted to be a saint, a pureblood, you know? And for Shanks, like, maybe he want to change something about himself. Maybe he set it up beforehand and he has like a fake arm, you know? And he, like, Luffy thinks he lost his arm, but he really still has an arm because, you know, like we said this before about like things you can only do with one arm. They had some like unrealistic people in the comments. It was like, you can completely do that with one arm. I was like, there's no way. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what are you making? You know?
And even if you could, it's not really an argument. Like, 2 arms is always going to be better.
It's always going to be better, you know? Like, even for gooning. So.
Yeah, I remember there was like this really scuffed Vivre card a while back. And I guess there was like some bad translations going around where people were saying that Shanks is stronger with 1 arm than he is with 2. And I'm like, well, it's not exactly what it says. I think it said something more along the lines of even with 1 arm, he's just as strong. Like he's still that guy.
This version of Shanks is probably stronger than the version of Shanks was when he lost it. So this version of Shanks is stronger than 2-arm Shanks. However, I think if Shanks had 2 arms, he would be stronger than this version. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, now we're considering like times, right? Like,
exactly,
he's been training the entire time. Like
training, he's adjusted.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like my takeaway. Like, yeah, Shanks is just as strong as he was when he had 2 arms, but that's because he trained up with that 1 arm. It's not like, I lost 1, but now it all went to this arm, right? Like, he eventually just trained it up, I think.
Think about like how difficult that is fighting with 1 arm, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I bet there's like a lot of phantom movement, right? Like, he thinks at least for the first year, he probably thinks he still has this arm. He's like, damn it.
But I wonder, like,
that sucks.
Again, seeing Shanks fight would be amazing because you just would like to see how he compensates for like having 1 arm.
Ooh.
You know what?
No, I was about to say, like, what if he attached a gun to like his shoulder, and then like he points it at you, and he just like he shoots out like a bullet.
Like Gotti.
Yeah.
I would talk to Law, man. I'd be like, listen, bro, I heard you did some things. Can you give me an arm, man? Can you do some surgery?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Shanks, if he did ally with Law, like Law could give him any arm he would want, right? Like a gorilla arm, another human arm, Whitebeard's arm.
What about Roger's arm?
Roger's, that's another one. I mean, Shanks probably knows where the body's at. I mean, and then with Whitebeard, I mean, he had that body. Ooh, or maybe Ace's arm.
Ace's arm would work. But wait, where were the tats at? Were the tats on the left arm?
For Ace? I don't know.
I think it was.
It was on the left arm. Imagine Shanks pulls up, he whips back the sleeve, and you see the Ace tattoo. Bro, that'd be so crazy. Do you think Luffy would be mad?
Luffy's like, what the?
Would Luffy be mad at Shanks if he had Ace's arm?
Luffy's like, yo, why you got the same tattoo as Ace? His death moved me. I just wanted to honor him. Like, what?
Yeah, imagine
What?
like it still has like the Mayor no Me powers, like his arm like lights on fire.
Give it light on fire and all that. You can do red rock.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, man.
That just made me think of how hilarious it was in Naruto when they were doing eye surgery in like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, where they just like peel off the eye and just put it in.
Doom. It was
Oh yeah,
insane.
Mater did that, right? Like Mater just did a drive-by eye goon.
Drive-by eye, yeah, just took it right away, just stuck it in.
Nuts.
They were insane. But you know.
Yeah, Mater is nuts. I mean, he's a great character. I think Mater is still like one of the best characters out of Naruto. Him and Kiba.
You said Kiba?
Yeah, it took you a while on that one. Yeah,
give me
Kiba's
Akamaru.
great. Yeah,
Akamaru,
you like Akamaru more?
Yeah, give me Akamaru.
Yeah, of course.
He was cool though. He's cool.
Well, with that being said though, Brago, thank you for joining me yet again. Crazy
Sure.
that I'm recording the camera now, but for the first half of this video, I was MIA. I was in the dark, so to say.
I think you just use a chibi works. Just have it like a little.
I was about just taking a picture of me like doing this and just putting it up. You know, just something just just staring into the soul of everybody watching this video.
It'd be funny if you took like a bunch of different like screenshots and then you just put it up in different moments. They're like, wait, is Sai frozen?
Yeah.
Like,
or
like,
I could
Sai,
do
your
like
camera's frozen.
I could do like the Goon Lord pose, just like hand on the chin.
Or you can mess with the audience where it's like you record like maybe like 5 minutes of you or a minute.
Oh,
of you
just
talking.
like yapping.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's such a good idea. Oh, wait, that's genius. But that would be like so off-putting though. Like I bet.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because
saying.
for
You
me
can't
at
do-
least,
you
it
don't
would
wanna-
bother me if I
You don't
watched
wanna
a
do it
video
too
like that.
long. Yeah, you don't want to do it too long. But let's say like a minute, like the first minute, and then it's like the screenshot.
Yeah, I might.
And then it's like
that.
at the end of the video, like, so that's what happened.
Yeah, I feel like we gotta have fun with it, right?
Yeah. So the first minute is just like you talking, like you're acting. They're like, yo, Sai's out of sync, man. What's going on? And then after, like, you're just frozen. And then at the end, they're like, okay, so you just messing with us. All
Just
right.
mess with us. I hate this guy, man. Yeah. Oh, last question. Are you watching Apothecary season 2? Are you caught up?
I am about to watch the new episode right after this.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so I'm
Good
caught
stuff,
up
man.
so far, except for this episode from yesterday.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course. Yeah.
Same. Actually,
man,
I'm one
Apothecary.
episode behind.
Yeah,
good, man.
I love
It's good,
Apothecary,
man.
man. It's beautiful.
It's peak. I mean, animation's great. You know, we got mushroom picking going on. Some good stuff.
Yeah, finding out body switching. It's and Mao Mao being amazing.
Some crazy poisoner in the castle as per usual. Average Tuesday, really. A lot of assassinations going on in China.
Assassinations, just like, and the thing is, the great part about it is that the mystery from season 1 still isn't solved.
No.
So we're building on that mystery where it's just like, who wanted to take out our guy
Yeah, and even then, like, there's still characters that got away from season 1, too.
that still haven't returned, but we know
it's like,
they're
what are they?
alive. So
And then Lock On, bro, come on, where's he at? Is he still on that
Oh,
10-day
he's-
vacation with his dying wife?
no, he probably found a way to save her, bro.
I hope. I mean, I don't think that's possible, but I hope.
I would like.
I'm
it.
a
I like it
romantic
if
at
he
heart,
did.
bro.
He's a goat.
You know, in One Piece, I'm kind of like, there needs to be more death and destruction. But, you know, we go to Apothecary, it's like, wait.
No. Relax.
Yeah,
Why
relax,
there's so much
don't
death?
kill him. Don't kill him.
Yeah. And it's so crazy sometimes. It was like, oh, that person got executed. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, they're
Just like-
dead? They're gone? Really?
Dead and gone. Or are they?
Or are they? Well, again, Brago, I'll link all your channels down below, all 50 of his channels. You guys know the drill. And we will catch you guys next week because there is another chapter, 4 weeks in a row. Crazy stuff. Hasn't happened since
See you next
2022. And yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.
Peace out.